Yeah, I have been in such a mood that even in shooting this video, I didn't even feel like setting my mic up properly. So it just looks crazy, but let me take care of that. Okay, so I got that taken care of. I mean, at least I could do that, right? Just fix the damn mic and let's go on with it. But it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I made a video. I think it's probably been, I made a video at the end of December. And then not even, probably about a week before the end of December. And then, as you may or may not know, Buffalo got hit with the blizzard of 2022. And so that blizzard really, really, really effed me up. As a social worker, I do still engage and work in the community. And when you're talking to people who are dealing with probably one of the most traumatic experiences from a weather event, it's crazy. I think we lost over 40 people. They won't give us an accurate number yet of how many people died, if we ever will get that number. But I've lived in Buffalo my whole life, and this blizzard was like anything. It was like unlike anything I've ever seen. So it really kind of took me out. Like I needed a break. First of all, I was snow in my house for several days. And if you go back and watch my vlog about being trapped in the house, that was the snowstorm that hit about a month before this terrible blizzard hit. And so that's why I've been MIA. I just really needed to take a break and engage in some self-care. But there's a couple more reasons. As you can see, I got on my trusty handy dandy bonnet that I love so much because I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair, y'all. It's growing out and I need to get it done. But because I haven't got my hair done and because it is growing out and I just got this cookie bush, and I don't want to go get it cut into a fade again. I'm thinking about locking it. I really do want to lock it again, but it's this whole process, right? And so it got me to thinking about entrepreneurship and self-sabotage, because really what I've been engaging in, while I've been engaging in self-care, some of it has been self-sabotaging behavior. And you might be asking how? Well, in this video today or tonight, or whenever you're watching this video, I am going to get into all the nitty-gritty details about how I have been engaging in self-procrastination, or no, self-sabotage. But that is one of the ways that we engage in self-sabotage. So let's get into the reasons right now. So I hinted at one of the ways that you can really self-sabotage your own journey, your own growth, everything, right? And so I'm going to cover 3 today. And this is number 1, as I talked about right before the last clip. Procrastination is huge. Procrastination is a huge, huge way to engage in is a huge way to engage in self-sabotage. So I did that because sometimes when I rewatch these videos back, I'm like, why was the camera so low? And it's probably because my arm was low. I wasn't doing what I was I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. But procrastination is huge. And really, sometimes procrastination is necessary. So there's a dichotomy between procrastination, right? When is it truly procrastination? And when is it that you're burned out, you've got too much on your plate, you just need to engage in some self-care? So, yes, while self-care was something I needed to engage in, there was also some procrastination there because of my hair. And let's dig into that a little bit, because that's, as I work with clients who talk about YouTube, one of the things they talk about is that means every time I shoot videos, I'm going to have to put on makeup. I'm going to have to do all the things. And I still feel that way many times. And I think, yeah, there's a reason to show up in your professional self, but there's also a reason to show up as your real self, to show people what it really looks like behind the scenes, because life is always happening. If If I come on YouTube and I'm just always like, hey guys, this is how you start a digital online business, I would miss so many things that are happening in between them because life is always happening. And sometimes there's things that happen in life that just take you out for a little while. I don't necessarily consider that procrastination. What I do consider procrastination is you're not doing it because of some excuse, right? So my excuse is my hair, I was supposed to get it locked December 30th, I think, but this storm was going on, so I didn't get it locked. Or it wasn't going on at the time, but it pushed back her appointments. You know, I don't feel like putting on makeup. I've not been in the mood. It's freaking cold in Buffalo. You know, there's just a lot going on in the city. And I just haven't felt like it. So does that mean not do a video? I didn't do a video because I was like, I look a holy mess. But that's why I decided to just go ahead and press play on this video, because at some point you have to break the procrastination, because it definitely is a form of self-sabotage. I'll be honest with you, I could have gone months without making another video just based on the way that I've been feeling, but I know it will pass soon, and I don't want to get bogged down or get, like not put out content because I don't want to put on makeup or my hair is a holy mess. So procrastination is huge. You really need to examine why you are having the procrastination behavior. Procrastination. This is going to kick in number 2 as we get into that one. So one of the second things that can really self-sabotage you is not plugging in. And so what do I mean by this? I'm running a mastermind right now. My mastermind is cooking with gas, though. Listen, we are cooking with gas. If you didn't get a chance to join the mastermind this year, when I open it again in sometime this year, probably like I think July or August, somewhere around there, I'll open the doors again. I'm only accepting 5 people. It's really small, but my mastermind is cooking with gas. But in addition to the mastermind, I have a Patreon, and some people in the Patreon, a lot of people in the Patreon are not plugging in. And I'm like, okay, so you're paying every month. The content in there will help them start a digital business. Is it going to get them to the end of everything? If there is an end to your business journey? No, that's why it's a journey. There's always something new to learn along the journey, right? The journey of life. You don't just stop learning at like age 25, 30, and well, some people do, but typically you continue, right? You continue on the journey, you meet new people, you learn new things, what have you. It's the same with business. And in that journey, when you purchase something that is going to help you get somewhere faster, plug in, right? But I know what it is, right? We'll come up, I did it. We'll come up, I'm tired, I got home from work, I'm tired, I've had the kids, all these things to do. And really what it's about is you're giving your time away to everything except for yourself. So it is really important, while I know that these things are going on, even if all you do is carve out 30 minutes for yourself, 30 minutes for your growth, you have to plug in. And by not doing so, it is a way of self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying? You have to create the time, because this is the thing. If you can't create the time to learn how to start the business, how are you going to create the time to run the business? So, huge one, plug in. Plug in. Stop paying for things and not engaging and not doing the work that you need to do to get to the next level. So that's one I wanted to cover. Listen, I'm not judging anybody. I've bought digital courses. I'm going through a digital course that I bought 2 years ago. I'm going through it again because the first time I went through it, it was in a fragmented way. So we all do it. But part of the practice of growing is to continually refine yourself, refine your process. And sometimes that means going back, right, to get what you left behind. I think in West Africa, that would be labeled as Sankofa, to go back and get what you left behind, right? So go look that up if you're not familiar. Sankofa. There's a whole symbol for it with the bird with his neck turned backwards. It has a deep meaning, and it's one of the West African Adinkra symbols. Slightly off topic, but it definitely throws in because really you want to go back and get it sometimes. And so, you know, it's a way of self-sabotage. Stop it. Okay, and then finally, the third way that you could be self-sabotage. It never fails. I can never talk. A third way that you can be self-sabotaging yourself. This cat, stop. Get out the way, cat. Another way that you can be self-sabotaging yourself and not even realize it. Again, I know my house, listen, this is one of the realest videos y'all gonna get because I literally haven't felt like it. But another way you're self-sabotaging yourself is, again, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. Another way that you are self-sabotaging yourself is talking yourself out of it, talking yourself out of the thing, right? Whether it's making the video, again, because it could be those two preceding things that we talked about, whether it's writing the script or creating the product or reading the book or doing the whatever, talking yourself out of it. Because you're saying things like, oh, I don't think that's going to work for me. It's not going to work anyway. Again, this is kind of tied in with limiting beliefs, or, you know, like you get so far and things get scary. Like, or you think about like the work might seem overwhelming, or it's a number of things. But I say all of that to say just one thing at a time, one obstacle at a time. For me, even making this video was an obstacle because I just simply haven't felt like it. Like, as you can see, I got my sweatpants hanging out on the couch. I mean, don't get me wrong, my house is not like in sheer chaos, but it's lived in right now. And normally I keep an immaculate house. But right now it is gently lived in because the storm took me out. And in all honesty, because it's been such a tough year, we had the Buffalo 10 with the mass shooting up at the top supermarket in the neighborhood I grew up in. And then with this blizzard, and just with so many people passing away in the blizzard, so many people without power. I volunteered my services on Christmas Day. I worked 18 hours. I was up 24 hours that day, and I worked 18 hours helping people. And it was not easy hearing all of their stories and all of their things. And there was a part of me that wanted to fold. And when I say fold, I just, like, you know, sometimes we can go into these funks, and a funk can take you out. Or at least it can your girl. And I mean, earlier, I think last year in April, I lost like 4 months of time just because there was so many things going on, and I just literally unplugged. But I'm really proud of myself this time because even though I unplugged, I was able to snap back a little faster just with an honest video like this. And so I guess I say all of that to say, don't self-sabotage yourself. There's going to be times when you have micro behaviors that can lead to a larger, you know, behavior of self-sabotage. But if you can recognize them and plug in and just be where you are and move forward, I think that's the best way to go. I totally didn't feel like makeup, totally didn't feel like doing my hair. And I thought I'll shoot this video next week. But then I thought, that's just more procrastination. That's more excuses. That's not plugging in. And so to show up as a leader, I have to do the work. So here it is, a video after I have not made a video in a long time. I'll see you in the next one.